Kodak Black, a success story or a symptom? The genius and the grief behind the grills. Kodak Black is one of the most complicated success stories hip-hop's ever birthed. A platinum-selling rapper, a voice of the trenches, a product of pain, and a mirror to the modern condition. You don't have to like his music. You don't even have to like him, but to ignore his impact. And what his journey reveals is to ignore what happens when trauma gets a record deal before it ever gets therapy. The voice of the forgotten. Kodak came in with something rare, a raw, unfiltered honesty. He didn't fake pain. He rapped what he lived. A Haitian kid from Pompano who rose from the projects to presidential pardons. His authenticity spoke to millions who didn't see themselves in college brochures or startup culture. He reminded us that genius can wear gold teeth and smell like gunpowder. That brilliance doesn't always speak Queen's English. Fame ain't freedom, but the higher he climbed, the more we saw the cracks. The arrests, the incoherent interviews, the social media spirals, the awkward apologies and troubling behavior that made fans question, is this a man winning or unraveling in public? Kodak is proof that money can't heal what jail, poverty, and generational trauma carved into a mind. The public breakdown era. We're in a time where artists break down publicly, and we call it content. We don't protect them, we meme them. Kodak Black, Cammy, Orlando Brown. Even Britney, their suffering becomes spectacle. Their pain becomes entertainment. We watch them crash and call it a show. We offer prayers in comments, then scroll past like they weren't just bleeding on camera. The condition of a decorating mind. Kodak once said, "Sometimes I don't know if I'm living or dying." That's not just a bar, that's a confession. That's the mind of a young man dressed in diamonds, drowning in demons. Success ain't always salvation. Sometimes it just funds the slow-motion suicide. So what is Kodak Black? A villain, a victim, a vessel. Maybe all three, maybe neither. But one thing is clear, he's not just a rapper. He's a reflection of what we glorify, of what we ignore, of what happens when a broken child becomes a brand before he becomes whole. Sometimes the pain don't leave the project. It just upgrades to a penthouse,